One of the highlights of our November 2022 cruise was the passage through the Panama Canal. I wanted to give more details and a closer look at how this particular day went, and I think you'll be impressed with the incredible engineering and yet the simplicity of the design. We arrived from the Pacific side of Panama early in the morning, witnessing a beautiful sunrise. We sailed by several other ships, and the tall buildings of the city stood in the distance. We went underneath the first of 3 bridges. As we made our way towards the first lock at 7:30 a.m., guide boats came alongside us. At least 40 workers boarded our boat to assist in the passage by manning ropes and lines and whatever else they were hired to do. An expert from the Panama Canal Authority also came aboard to provide a complete narration about the history, construction, and mechanics of how everything worked as we progressed through. Along with the ship's engine thrusters and this wheel, they guided us into the tight space. The boat was secured to 2 train-like engines from the front that pulled the ship forward. Additional ropes and engines were used alongside the vessel, including 2 more in the back designed to stop the forward motion. The drivers kept in close communication via radios and alarm-type bells. What made this all so amazing was the lock itself was only 110 feet wide. The width of our cruise ship was 106 feet. That left just 2 feet on each side. Once far enough in, the gates at the rear of the ship were closed. These are the old contraptions that were originally turned manually, 1,600 revolutions each time they opened or shut the gates. Now they have a hydraulic wheel that does the work. The boat lifted up simply by the water being released through the front gate. I sped up what it was like to watch the ship rise until it was at the same level as the next section. The engines then pulled us into the second lock, and the process repeated. Between the first 2 locks, we raised over 85 feet from sea level to the level of Gatun Lake. People come from all over to observe from the viewing area. The Panama Canal Authority currently employs 9,000 workers. Many of them thrived on the attention by waving and smiling. We passed beneath the second bridge. It took a couple of hours to sail across the Continental Divide in Gatun Lake. Our ship had to stay between markers in the center of the lake as the depth was only 43 feet. The last set of locks lowered us back down to sea level and into the Atlantic Ocean at 3:30 p.m. Finally, we went under the third bridge. The canal is approximately 51 miles long between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans and divides North and South America. The system of locks allows passage of commercial and private water vessels from one ocean to the other. It took 10 years to finish the project, and it opened in 1914. In 2016, an expansion increased the capacity and added a 3rd lane for ship traffic. This boat dredged up sand to redistribute it to keep the water deep enough to accommodate the big vessels. We counted over 50 container ships either waiting to drop or pick up loads or proceed through the canal. Boats paid dearly to pass through the canal. It cost almost $500,000 for our cruise ship to go through the waterway. This has been a peek at what I experienced going through the Panama Canal. A simple internet search will offer a lot more information. I found the entire experience fascinating. If any of you have the opportunity to go through, I would highly recommend it. Thanks for watching.